Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's beginning of May. I should just have completed 80 kilometers in my training plan this week. However, call me old if you must. I've got a sharp pain in my left hip, around about the sacrum area, top of the leg. I'm not quite sure what it is. So I did 20k on Friday, but after that I had to cut it off early. It was just too sore. So I'm going to take a week off. I've got some anti-inflammatories, and I'm just gonna take it from there. I'm going to do some exercises that I've researched just to try and strengthen up that area. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and can get going again quite soon. The other thing I've got to decide on pretty quickly is West Highland Way Challenge race. It's coming up fast, actually in less than 4 weeks time. So I'm going to have to judge by the end of the week whether this leg's going to hold up to 154 kilometers or not. That race is pretty special to me. It was the very first ultra that I'd ever done, 154 kilometers. By the way, I don't recommend you doing 154 kilometers as your first ultra, but that was my first one, and it's wrecked me every time I've done it, especially my feet and my toes. But that's another story. So anyway, I'm going to have to make that decision in the next few weeks. The other thing I've been thinking about is writing a book. Not quite sure of the title. The initial stuff in my mind is maybe something a little bit niche, introducing ultras to those of us who are, let's just say, over 45. But anyway, that thought's still going round in my head. If any of you have got any thoughts on that, any ideas, pop them in the comments below. All ideas welcome. Like I say, it's just an idea at the moment because I've got a bit too much time on my hands. So yeah, still mulling that one over. The other thing I've got to do is get myself out onto some real hills. My old friend, the parking garage over there, has done a great job up until now, but it's only going to take me so far. So my plan is to get myself down to Bogger, which is about 2 hours away from here, and they've got some decent trails. Looks like it's pretty easy to pick up GPX files for those as well. So I plan to do at least 4, or probably 6 or 8 trips down there. Maybe just do it over the whole weekend, and get myself some proper hill training. However, it all comes down to this hip, and before you hit me with the jokes, no, it's not the new hip, blah blah blah. Yeah, I've got to get through the hoop with getting this feeling a bit more closer to normality. But I'm wary of the fact that time's moving on, and I do need to get some more hill work in. Anyway, assuming I can get past this sore leg, sore hip thing within the next week, week after that should be up to about 82-85 kilometers a week. So at the moment I'm intending to split that over 5 sessions. So Saturday always is a long run, Sunday's the back-to-back run, usually about 20k, and midweek I'll try and do something like 3 times 10k or the equivalent thereof. So that's where I am at the moment. Again, have to start building that up relatively soon. As you know, UTMV is a 100-mile, 171 kilometre race with a lot of elevation. So getting the distance cranked up, getting the elevation via the real hills is going to be really, really important. Can't wait to get at it. I've got to say, I'm not used to having injuries. I've been pretty lucky in life so far. You know, twisted the odd ankle here and there, but I've never had any kind of major joint problems or muscle problems. So for me, this is really frustrating. So anyway, I'm hoping a little bit of rest, a few doses of anti-inflams, and give it a week or so, and I'll be back to normal. Thereafter, I'll just need to see how we're placed for West Highland Way Challenge race. One final thing, nutrition. What's your thoughts on it? There's plenty of advice out there about what nutrition you should be taking during a race, how many calories per hour, blah blah blah. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you do during training, what you do during every week. What are you aiming for in terms of your calories, your macros? Are you eating a whole lot more on your race days than your recovery days? How does it work for you? I'd be interested to know. You can drop a line in the comments. Just let me know. Happy to hear from you. Cheers.